Dave and Jay versus the world.
Nice.
Oh, my fault. I thought.
Fuck.
Welcome back, YT Gang, to another episode of Dave and Jay versus the world. I am Dave. This is Jay. We are young and tight and coming in hot.
You're goddamn right we are.
How you feeling, brother? How was your night of fights?
Oh, well, I mean, not just fights, but the fact that I haven't seen you since Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, I totally forgot about Thanksgiving.
How
I was
do we
like,
forget about that beautiful day?
Well, because we saw Jake Paul kill a man yesterday in the ring, and it slipped my mind.
That'll do a number on your memory.
Yeah, the fact that we just had Thanksgiving.
How was yours?
My Thanksgiving was lovely. It was very low key, very quiet. Actually, if my dad didn't come over, I was thinking about maybe inviting you guys to come over because it was just me and Stephanie.
Does your dad not like me?
No, my dad was a little bit drunk, and and I was just like, I can't have him around people.
Sure.
He's like a bad dog.
I thought it was maybe a coronavirus thing.
No, if the dog bites, you don't want him around people.
How does your dad feel about the virus? Is he like, fuck that shit?
I don't know. I wonder if that's what the fuck was just at the front door.
I think that was
could be Amazon, could be somebody.
Hopefully they fuck off.
I don't know. But anyway, with my dad. So he came a little liquored up, so I had to make sure I couldn't have people around.
Had to do a little babysitting?
Yeah, at least for the first couple minutes because he was like, I have him come in, right? You know, we're playing it low key because Steph's mom wound up getting sick, and she was just not feeling too great, and she didn't want to risk it or anything like that. So what happened was, she was like, "Guys, just don't bother coming over." And we're like, "Okay."
So kind of pulled the plug on the whole thing.
Yeah. So we kind of pulled the plug on Thanksgiving, and it was just me and Steph here at the house.
Yeah.
So then what happened was, my dad just came over because we're all supposed to go over her mom's.
Right.
So he came over. He comes in. He's a little liquored up. I smell it in the car as soon as I pick him up. And
there's a
proper amount of drunk.
Did you offer him a little bit of cockburns when he got here?
He was toting the line. Yeah. Well, he comes in, and I'm like, "So what's up, Pop? What's going on?" I was like, "You want anything to drink? You want some coffee or something?"
Sure.
He goes, "I wouldn't mind a cold beer." And I was like, "I bet you would."
God damn it. The man's giving thanks.
You're one cold beer away from telling me I don't know how fucking good I had it growing up.
You don't know how fucking good you had it, Jakey boy.
You fucking think you had it so rough.
Yeah. What's the deal with that, though? Isn't he, not to out the man.
Yeah.
Not to out old Pops there, but isn't he got a little bit of a JW restrictions when it comes to the holiday celebrations?
Bro, that's exactly what he said. He was
like, Jake, I'm not supposed to be here.
He was like, he's like, well, it's Thanksgiving, but for me, it's Thursday.
Oh,
yeah, he did.
Right.
He pulled a Rocky.
Yeah.
He pulled a Rocky that it's just Thursday for me.
Well, that's funny because I just got back yesterday from doing a little thing with my wife's family who are all JWs and very suspicious that I was served cornbread, turkey,
sure,
the fixings,
gravy, the trimmings,
strange thing to do several days
on
after Thanksgiving.
Friday.
Wow,
yeah,
I just felt like that was a little bit obvious.
It's
but
but the thing is, they justify everything. They go,
sure.
well, the turkey was free from ShopRite because we spent so much money,
and
it's
believe
like,
that's actually...
well, isn't that a fucking coincidence?
Yeah, isn't that a coinky dink? Unbelievable.
Because if pagans, all right, were around a bonfire, fucking naked, eating turkey, and you were just shopping in the village, and they were like, hey, I know we're on a bonfire, fucking naked, eating turkey, but turkeys are free this year.
Yes.
And then you as a Christian
took
go,
pagan turkey.
Okay. I mean, well, it's free.
And we go, well, we're not going to do it naked, eating turkey around the bonfire tonight, but we will do it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow
and call it a coincidence.
Yeah,
I just kind of feel like that's
like,
a little bit of a cop
it's
out.
Friday and we're having a big meal. What is the fucking difference between doing this yesterday and then doing this tomorrow?
There's no coincidence. Pass the cranberry sauce.
What
are you talking about? I do see that. That happens a lot. It happens every holiday. There seems to be a little bit of a lapse.
I'll never forget it. The elder of the congregation at where I used to go
started passing out free
turkey.
turkey.
His daughter, I was like, boy, it's not Christmas, but first week of January, she sure would get a lot of presents.
Interesting. Were these presents wrapped?
the fucking bow around her new Lexus was
Straight.
because he was
What
getting all
the
them
fuck?
donies.
Unbelievable.
He's getting all those donations.
All that donation cheddar. Unbelievable.
It's like, what do you do? Well, I own a cleaning business. What else do you do? Well,
I
I employ
employ-
everybody. You knew it was fucking coming.
Dude,
He
that's so
employed-
funny. I hear
Dude,
that
I'll
from my
never
wife,
forget
and
it.
I hear it from you. That's like they do this thing where they
One elder employs the entire congregation.
and they pay them trash.
Oh, dude, me and my dad and my brother went to work. We filled up a 40-yard dumpster one time doing a clean out. And then the dude, I'll never forget it, the brother, because that's what they call him. But he was also black, so he was a brother. He was a brother, and he also was,
It was
a
also
brother.
just a coincidence.
He was a brother
It's a racial
and a brother.
coincidence. Right.
So he comes up and goes, "Okay, guys, good job." He's like, "Wow, you guys got that done fast." And then he goes, "Here you go." And he goes,
Here's a $5 for
he
you.
goes 40, what did he say? 45. And I go, "Oh, that's not bad for 2 hours of work. We make $45. He goes,
Divided.
No. It's divided by 3. It's $15 per person.
Unbelievable.
I was like, "Oh my God. We just
cool
did
15.
I told my dad, I was like, "Yo, we just did all that fucking work.
Go and get
for
yourself a 6-inch sub from Quick Check.
$15."
And a pack of Black and Miles.
Oh, that's exactly what I did. Your boy got a 40 and a pack of Black and
You
Miles.
champ that black.
And then we got a loaf of Wonder Bread and a thing of Oscar Mayer bologna, but not the beef bologna. 'cause
Living
it's
the
always-
high life.
It's always a little bit more the beef bologna.
Not spam.
The chicken and pork and all
Yes.
that.
The mechanically separated chicken and pork.
It's just a fucking mechanical arm.
Well, isn't it funny that devalues my meat? Like, I want it to be separated by fucking flesh and bone, you son of a bitch. I don't want a robot.
No, we'd have to-
mechanically. I don't want it to be mechanically separated.
We'd have to charge you extra.
I
if-
want it to be
if a human
organically
being-
separated.
If a human being fucking touched this. But-
So that's what you ended up doing? You had a little thing over here? What'd you guys eat?
Well, we had turkey, and my wife, she made a couple things, and then her mom made a couple things.
Classic dishes?
Yeah, classic stuff. Like
Should have
Steph
snatched
made
it out of your dad's mouth.
She made a really good stuffing. Actually, that shit was fire.
I fucking
and
love
then her
stuffing.
mom
That's my
made
favorite
like
part.
a maple glazed sweet potato like thing. It was delicious. Her mom like brined a turkey. It
That's
was
the thing right now. Is brining the
fantastic.
turkey. We did
Oh,
the
that's
same
how
thing.
you do it.
Yeah, we
That's how
brined
you-
it. We tossed pickle juice in there as well as kind of a gamble, and that turkey
And it
fucked.
paid off?
Oh,
Yeah.
god damn, it was good.
paid off big time.
Yeah, we kept it small.
So so he comes over. It's Thanksgiving. He's on the I hate everything. Just drunk enough to hate everything. Where everything is
Not drunk enough to be
being-
like, Jakey boy, I love you. Girl,
No,
come here. I
no,
love you. You're my
we're
fresh
not.
bud.
Nah, that's way
I know
drunker.
it's Thanksgiving. I know I don't
This-
celebrate, but I'm giving thanks for you,
This
Jakey boy.
one, I was like, what? I was like, Dad, you gotta, if I tell him anything, it was, Dad, maybe you should think about stop smoking because, we know somebody just died of lung cancer. He goes, "What do I got to live for?" You always say, right, Jay? And I go, "Okay." And that's how drunk we are today.
Holy shit,
Well,
Pops.
because he always goes like every time I tell him something,
Yeah.
I go because he's scared of getting on a plane. And I go, "Why are you afraid of getting on a plane?" He's like, "What if it goes down?" I'm like, "What do you have going on?"
Yahweh has your eternal soul. In the
No,
palm
but
of his
I
hand.
ask him like, "What do you have going on?"
Going on.
Worst
Hey,
case scenario, it goes down.
that's
And
not
he-
the best question to ask a
It's
man
not
who's
like-
fearful of death.
But that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be fearful of death.
Sure,
it
'cause you
should
ain't
be
got
a
shit
relief.
going on.
Exactly. You got nothing going on.
Death is a sweet, sweet
So,
relief.
Yeah, so I'm like, so then he'll say something completely crazy, and then I use Google to back something. So he
Oh,
goes,
no.
he goes, "Well, I travel by train."
Sure.
And I go,
Pops, the odds
statistically,
is-
there are more train accidents than plane accidents. And I told him, I'm like, the only thing is the mortality rate is higher on a plane crash than a train crash.
But
train
train
crashes more frequently than plane crashes.
And also the carnage of a train crash
Oh, the
is significantly
derailment?
higher. The death ratio is lower, but the carnage ratio is actually higher.
You
believe
could
it or not.
survive for a little while you bleed out in
Sure,
a train crash.
sure.
But
You
a
can
plane
be a
crash,
paraplegic.
you're going to slam in the ground and that's
And
it.
it's lights out. But in a train crash, you'll be drinking out of a straw, wheeling around in a wheelchair for the
For
rest of your
sure.
days.
And then it's like, look, you had nothing going on. Maybe the plane was a better bet, you know?
And maybe the wheelchair kind of put things into perspective for you.
Actually, if you
maybe
got-
next Thanksgiving, you'll be fucking thankful.
If he got the wheelchair, wouldn't it be a bad idea? He gets disability the rest of his life.
That's true.
You
Put
know?
some spinners on that bitch, 20-inch rims.
Not a bad
Not
deal.
a bad move, man.
Fucking wheeling around like Professor X over here and shit.
If we don't have your dad in a wheelchair with 20-inch spinners as Professor X drawn up real soon, it's going to be a disappointment.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just do me, bald.
That's it.
No glasses, no beard. There you go.
I
There's
blocked
my
your dad out of my head. I met him the one time, helped him move some furniture. Don't know what the man looks like. Every time I envision his
I'll
face,
tell
it's
you
just
what.
it's just a blurry,
I'll tell you
flat
what,
canvas.
though. My dad, you worked with him. He pays.
I remember getting paid.
He's very fair.
I
Yeah.
remember being a solid dude too. Like,
Oh,
it
he's a
wasn't,
great guy.
It wasn't a weird.
He's a character. Don't get it wrong.
Right,
He's
but
not
it wasn't weird or
bad-
uncomfortable to be around. Like, his
No,
energy
he
was
makes
cool.
it. He's kind of like me. He's like he makes it. You feel comfortable. You
Well,
know.
I say that because a lot of people's parents, if you just suddenly hopped in a fucking pickup truck and helped them move some sofas around, you'd be like,
No.
"This is a bummer. This guy's weird as shit." But that wasn't the case at all. He
No,
was
my
pretty
dad's very kind of funny. He gets
Yeah,
it.
he gets it.
He's a get it guy. Yeah,
He's a real
he
salt of
understands
the earth
the
kinda
humor
character.
in everything. Yeah,
Sure.
he uses movie quotes and shit. Yeah, he's a funny dude. But he came a little bit too tuned up.
Then he
to
fell asleep on the
Thanksgiving.
floor?
No. Not after I gave him some cold brew coffee for the
Woke his
boys.
ass up.
He calls it. Where's that jet fuel at?
Where's that jet fuel at? Coming up, Pops. A little bit of kratom and jet fuel. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
that kratom that you gave me that day, I think that's what made me sick. I think
definitely
you
made
just
you
kept
sick.
pouring it into my mouth.
I
and
didn't realize how much.
I'm a lightweight when it comes to a lot of things. Like, I
Yeah.
can't do a lot of things.
Well,
I've had bad times after Alpha Brain leaving this bitch.
Oh yeah, you get the sweaty palms and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
With that kratom though, I figured that's what got you sick. I was like, you know what? It probably upset his fucking
You kept
stomach.
that to yourself. You kept that to yourself. You
Well,
did.
the thing is, you didn't bring it up, so I was like, I'll just glaze over it. Like I wasn't actually responsible for what happened.
That
to
is
you.
what happened. You took like 5 teardroppers.
Yeah,
and
you
just
should
kept
have only
squirting in
had
my mouth.
2.
Right. It
Yeah.
tastes terrible, by the way.
Well, actually, it wasn't that bad because it was 90% corn syrup. The one that I
It
gave
was
you.
just syrup and doom is what you fed me. But
It was pretty rough.
I ended up doing just a real simple bare bones kind of Thanksgiving. We did the turkey, we did the stuffing, mashed potatoes. The mash was real good. And there was something else, maybe like a vegetable or something like that, and some gravy. And
Gotta
it
throw
was
a root
nice.
vegetable in there,
Bro, but let me tell you, the way I eat on Thanksgiving, like it's somebody's gonna take it away from me, and I eat until I am in excruciating pain. I eat till I can't stand up straight. I have to be lurched over when I walk around.
I was so happy and proud of myself that I didn't do that
I
because
did the
I
shit out
trained
of
so
it.
fucking hard that morning.
Yeah.
So what happened Thanksgiving morning, I left here. I went to the Wawa to go get like a Rain Energy. Shout out Rain
Shout
Energy.
out Rain. Thanks for sponsoring the show, guys.
So I left here to go get a Rain, and I pull up to the fucking Wawa, and there's a guy in the parking lot, light skin, could be Mexican, some kind of South American maybe. I don't know. He's that weird light skin where he could be Mexican,
That
but it
mixed
could
baby
be
boy.
Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Got a shitty half sleeve, black and gray. Got long hair, pot belly. Okay. He's shirtless. He's shirtless with very baggy sag pants.
It was a brisk day.
It
Thanksgiving
was
morning was
cool
a
and
brisk
wet.
day. Yeah.
It was cool and wet.
Not exactly shirtless weather.
He's shirtless, walking around, fucking doing weird shit in the
And
Wawa
he's screaming,
parking lot.
John Podesta and Hillary Clinton are draining the adrenalized
Butt
blood
fuck
from
me.
children.
No, so I
What's
pull
on
up.
that
I pull up
laptop?
to a parking space and I see this cool fucking hat on the ground to Antonio, like San Antonio Spurs hat, and I put it on the little bumper thing there that
pole
they have,
there
and
that
the
they
guy
have?
comes over and he goes, "Hey man, you might not want to touch that." And I go, "Why?"
Whoa.
He goes, "It's that guy's over there. It's the shirtless drunk guy going to cars." Saying crazy shit.
And you thought
I'm
about
South
hurting him.
American, I'm South Ecuadorian, or some shit like
You
that.
thought about hurting him, didn't you?
I thought about keeping my distance for fear that I would have to hurt him.
Yeah, but you also kind of played around with that idea, like, what if this
Could I be-
motherfucker came
well,
up on me?
I was thinking, like, if I stay away from him, I'm not going to give him the opportunity to engage with him.
Sure.
So not have to hurt him.
But
at the same time, I kept a sharp eye on him,
Yeah.
just in case. Because the gas station attendants are kids.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
just in case something happens over there, I'm going to go.
You go fuck this guy
Fuck
up.
that dude up real
Well, there's
quick.
15% of you at least that toys around with the idea of getting close to him. At least 15%
Oh, a lot
of your
of me
psychology.
wanted to go up to him, but hey, buddy, why don't we get out of here?
Just hey, fuck the Spurs.
And then I was gonna, I wasn't even gonna hit him. I was gonna grab him, arm drag, take his back, choke him out.
or just slap him, kind of like
Just
take
pop-
his back, you flatten him out on his stomach, and then slap him a bunch.
No, but then a thing goes through my mind, like, yo, what if this guy's got like corona or hepatitis? I really don't want to touch
That's a
him.
good, yeah.
So I was just
Shirtless Ecuadorian
I
dudes.
pull around and I go to the gas station guys. I'm like, hey, not for nothing, you guys might want to call the cops on this guy because he's done. He goes, yeah, man, he's been here for a while. He's talking to people in cars. He's crying hysterically.
Kind of fun though. If
he's
you're a
tell-
Wawa worker, that's a highlight of your day.
What I go is I'm like, hey, man, maybe you should think about calling the cops to de-escalate this before it gets up there. And then they go, the manager said, don't. And I was like, wait, how long has he been here? And they were like a half hour. I was like, you could be this fucked up at Wawa and they won't call the police.
That's an important
I was like,
takeaway.
where was I when I was getting fucked up?
You should have been at Wawa, my guy.
The safe zone, the safe place is Wawa.
That's
it's
like going to
home
Chick-fil-A.
base.
Chick-fil-A, they'll give you water and shit. They'll like pat your back.
See, I went to Sonics and I was...
Sonics don't give a fuck.
I'll never forget it. My last night of
They'll come out 10 people strong on rollerblades and kick the shit out of you.
Dude, my last night of fucking like getting fucked up, I'll never forget it. I opened up a bag of Molly, put a straw in there, and just sniffed the whole thing. Thought I was gonna have a heart attack, but I wound up finding myself at a Sonics, and my throat is like numb and closed from all the drugs.
Gotta get one of
and
those
I'm trying to eat. I did, but I was also to not because something in my brain was like, I got to make this not weird. Let me get an order of tater tots too, and I'm trying to eat these tater tots, and I'm like.
It's
trying
like
to
eating
swallow.
sand.
It might as well be eating cement.
Yeah.
I was like trying to get them down my fucking throat.
I
is
chewed on a peanut for a
closed.
half an hour on Molly once, and then I spit it out. I just couldn't swallow the peanut.
I'll never forget it. Stephanie one time picked me up. I was so coked up. Didn't want her to notice. She got me that double cheeseburger with Big Mac
Oh,
sauce.
that's right. I remember you telling me.
She got me that. And she's like, here you go, honey. I know you didn't eat all day. And I'm like, and I'm trying to eat this thing. I'm like,
The Big Mac sauce is the most repulsing shit in the
I'm
world.
like, dude, I'm trying to get it down and it's just not going down. I'm like, I'm good.
She's gonna know.
She's gonna know. About halfway through, I was like, I can't fucking take this. But so yeah, the dude that at the fucking Wawa was shirtless, crying in the parking lot.
Like I said, if you're a
And they
Wawa
didn't-
gas attendant, though, this is like you got to work on
Oh, yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Thank God for this guy.
Yeah, no, he saved the day. He was I was just like, I can't believe you could be this fucked up because the manager came out and was talking to him. He's crying. He's shirtless. He's got snot. You know, he's all disheveled.
Yeah,
He
but
said-
the manager's running over/under odds on him and shit.
Oh, yeah.
What are
Dude,
the odds he's gonna get arrested?
He just came from like fucking Perth Amboy. He was saying
just
so
got
he
let
was
out of
drinking
county.
all night because I was trying to tell somebody I was like the biggest drinking day of the year is the day before Thanksgiving.
Is it really?
It is. Yeah,
why
everybody
that
gets
is.
fucked up because everybody has off on that
Oh, yeah,
Thursday.
everybody's got off the next
and they
day,
know
yeah.
they're gonna eat, so it's like fuck it.
That
I'll
can't
get
be the
super.
biggest drinking day, though.
It's
you
the
think?
biggest drinking day of the year. So that boy showed it for sure why it was. Shirtless, drunk in the parking lot, crying at the Wawa it was 7:30 because
Hey,
I got
man.
to the gym by 8 a.m.
All I'm
So-
saying is don't judge a man on how he gives thanks. All right? That might have been his process. That might
He
have been
would've
him being appreciative of everything that he's got going on in his life.
Well, no, he was crying and saying
Oh.
his life sucks. So
Oh.
yeah.
Maybe you should have hugged him. Maybe you should have just walked up and said, you know what, bud? I see you going through it. I see you rolling in the deep as Adele does.
He kind of reminded
Come and
me.
embrace me.
You know what? I looked at him and I was like, light skin, short, crying.
Yeah.
Life is going to shit. I thought about you
No.
like a couple years ago that could have been
That could have been
easily
me. That could have been me.
easily could have been you in the
Growing out
Wawa
my
parking
hair.
lot.
No, that is those days are behind me. Hopefully.
Instead, you're here. You got a tracksuit
Bro,
on. You got
this-
jewelry. You got a lot of
This
jewelry.
fucking outfit, by the way, is brought to you by Eastern Bloc. Right? This is straight up Russian attire right now. I gotta do a little flip real
You
quick.
look
I can't-
you look like a fucking Russian.
Where's my
dude.
foot? I'm cramping up. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
You look
Hey,
like
you know what's weird?
You look like you would invite me to a soccer match.
Yeah, and then like a nice bathhouse, kind of hang out.
Yeah,
do a little
yeah,
sauna
we'll do-
work.
Yeah,
I've
and
been
then we'd
getting
eat
cramps.
pierogies and shit.
Ooh, bro, I love a pierogi.
Actually, that don't sound too bad.
That sounds like a good time. Come out
Sounds
to the
pretty
sauna
nice.
with me. Go back, have some pierogies. You
I
know
didn't
that thing where they
they
whip you with
celebrate-
birch
yeah,
branches?
That's banya. Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
the
like a
banya.
nightmare.
It's not that bad. I did that.
My-
Dude, they have at the Marlboro one. They have a steam room that's so hot. It's a sauna actually. It's so hot in there. I had about 30 seconds, 45 seconds in me.
Wow.
And I couldn't take it. It was
Wow.
like I was like, oh my god.
You're a resilient character
When
too
I was-
for that to put you
yeah,
out like that.
no, yeah,
You're
it-
out there in the summer heat throwing rotors and shit, and that's gonna put you out.
No, that killed me almost.
Damn.
I was like,
Where was
dude,
that?
how do guys stay in here? And then like my strength conditioning coach at the time, he was
Get the fuck back.
no,
in
he
there.
told me he's like, no, you should only be in here for a minute because it'll kill you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have like sauna
That's
championships.
the oven that they. You know what? I'm gonna
Don't
pull
just
back
say
on that.
anything about the Jews.
I felt it was about to happen
because
but I'm a
I'm
man.
not re-recording this.
I'm a man with discipline and self-control, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull that back. But you guys know where I was going.
yeah.
But yeah, man. So after the whole you were saying you went to the gym.
Yeah, so we got in like a big roll session and everything like
Yeah.
that. I let everybody know about the shirtless guy at the Wawa.
Right.
Yeah.
That little highlight of the morning.
Great.
How
It
long
was
were you
pretty
there?
fun. I was there for about 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, we did everything. We did striking. I had a couple guys come in. I was moving around with a buddy of mine, Matt, kickboxing Matt.
Yes, yeah. So Matt is coming back.
It's been forever,
to the mix.
you know. And I gave him the old Efren special. He came out really hot, and I told him, I was like, "Yo, dude," I said, "Dude," I was like, "just go like 20%. We'll do like play spar."
That's hard,
dude. He comes out fast, twitch, muscle movement, and shit. And I'm like, "Oh, come on."
Who doesn't want to take that L?
Snapping leg kicks. I'm like, "That's it. So I had to put it on him, and I knew his cardio would be shit.
Yeah.
So after like 2 minutes, into the second round, he was going, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, just like a wolf. I ran him till he died, and then I ate him at my leisure.
Ate his liver first. Get all that nutrient dense organ meat. Yeah. You know what I did? I do want to let people know is unfortunately the camera that we had set up for the YouTube of the Brawl in the Fall did not catch the very last punch. And if you're interested in that, you can go to our Instagram and you could look at one of our recent posts where the second slide is actually the knockout punch from a different angle. So we went ahead and got that all done for you. But now that whole thing is behind us, we did.
Nate Robinson and Jake Paul had a little Dave and
yeah, they did. Well, not
Dave
only that,
and Jay special.
And not to compare myself to Badu Jack. But that was also another one of those kind of No. Look, I want you to know that the reason that I'm dressing like this is because I now have officially entered the realm of the lowest tier of low-level athlete.
Yes.
You
got one fight under your belt.
I got one fight under my belt.
Exhibition, unsanctioned
fight
under your belt, buddy.
We watched the exhibition match between Tyson and Jones last night, and my wife said, "What is an exhibition match?" And I said, "An exhibition match is what I fought against Alex," which is why there's really it's kind of a joke.
And then your wife was like, "Is Mike Tyson gonna smash Roy Jones' face and make him bleed?"
We have to get to the Tyson fight, but let's start at the bottom of the card. Let's start with I actually did not get to see. I don't know why I didn't see. What is it? Vidal and Rashad. I didn't get to see that fight. Was that pulled from the? You see these two guys right here. Was that pulled?
I didn't see that fight.
What we
they
saw
had Vasquez and that other kid.
Gonzalez.
Yeah,
dude,
that was the greatest boxing fight I've ever seen in my life.
It was
phenomenal. Told everybody. I put something on my Instagram, and you know me, I never do that kind of shit. I was like, "Yo, Triller, thank you for that. That was the greatest fight I've ever seen. Two guys just." If you want to go, what is boxing supposed to look like, or what is boxing supposed to be like? You show them that Badu Jack fight with that homeboy.
Yeah.
That's a legit boxing.
But then that Gonzalez and Vasquez
that is
fight,
high level.
I mean,
boxing.
the technique was so. You were watching two technicians go at each other, barely anyone giving any ground at all.
Straight up wipe your ass with a Canelo fight.
Yo, I mean, it was.
That was way better.
And they were taking shots, but their defense was so fantastic as well. Their head movement, their foot movement, like everything was so goddamn good, and their amazing punches and combinations were so crisp. Yeah. I mean, like it was like the night of working the body. By the way, like
everybody went to the body.
Everybody went to the body.
It was a body night,
bro.
baby.
Everybody was getting bodied up, but it was. I mean,
it was nice not to see every guy like just head hunting and shit like that, except for Jake Paul killing Nate Robinson in front of his children.
All right, let's.
You know what the thing is now? Everybody who sees Nate Robinson is gonna bitch him. It's like,
he's a big dude, by the way. He's not. Jack City.
Well,
no, I mean like
solid,
as far as
but he's only like 5'9",
right?
180.
He's not a tall dude, but
he's
as far
as
like
he's your size.
His build.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
5'9",
very
180.
Build. Yeah,
and I would straight up smack you in the back of the neck.
Wait,
I'd smack you.
Why would
and
you do
I'd
that?
Smack Nate Robinson.
I think after watching Nate Robinson try to continuously go for a double leg.
Not for nothing. I think you would fuck Nate Robinson up. I mean, badly.
It depends. The reason I give a caveat to that is because one, he's in tremendous shape, but two,
doesn't matter. His hands are trash.
But if you take the pressure off, because I mean, like, why else would you be shooting for like? It looked like he was shooting for double legs on Jake Paul.
Yeah, he was. He was shooting on boy
over and over and over again. And the only thing that I can think of is Jake Paul is this ridiculously famous YouTuber. This card is a huge card because of the Tyson Jones fight. There is a tremendous amount of pressure, and I think that pressure made him possibly behave in a way that wasn't how he typically would if the pressure was off.
I'll tell you what that Jake Paul Nate Robinson fight did for me. It made me feel bad for like Body Jack and then Gonzalez and that dude. It made me feel bad for those guys like Vasquez and
that they
shared
the card with him. Yeah,
it was like. that was some of the most high level boxing that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because I've been seeing a couple, like, other than like the Tyson Fury fight and stuff like that, and like you watch Canelo and these guys, even then it still is not a really good back and forth. There's always one fucking dance partner and a person who's just kind of there.
Nothing like that Gonzalez Vasquez fight. That was fucking phenomenal.
That when you see those guys fight, and then you're like watching Nate Robbins try to double leg Jake Paul, and Jake Paul finally throwing a straight punch to win, because that's all he had to do was throw one linear fucking punch.
Yeah.
Because this guy's coming in wide open.
Yeah.
And then that and an uppercut knocks Nate Robinson dead.
Yeah.
And he knocked him down twice before that.
Yeah, the knockdown. One of the knockdowns was like
twice.
he was charging in.
Yeah.
And he
got clipped behind the ear.
Yeah, he did get clipped behind the ear. And then I think it ended it with an overhand right. Was the last punch that.
It's just so sad, because I think of like everything that Nate Robinson has been through in his life to get to the pinnacle of basketball.
Yeah.
And just him as a 4-year-old boy dribbling and stuff. It's like, you want to know how your story ends, Nate? Getting knocked the fuck out by this white guy from Ohio.
By this YouTuber.
In front of 2 million people.
Well, he also, I think, was in the NFL. Is that
no? He tried out for the Seahawks as a walk-on player. He tried doing.
I mean, as far as athleticism goes, the guy's got that. In
dude,
spades,
he's got a
right?
49-inch vertical leap.
That's fucking insane.
If you gave him 5 years to like learn how to properly box, yeah, he could be a problem.
But it was my understanding
Jake Paul
that
has been doing this for a while already, and he boxes with very high-level trainers.
Yeah.
He works with high-level guys. He does not spar high-level guys, because I'm almost positive, because me and my boy Tristan were talking, because Tristan hates him. He wants to fucking fight him.
Does he hate him?
I'm sure we could probably even set that up,
Yeah, I'm sure it can. It can happen in the YouTube
we
realm.
might
all
be
things
able
are
to.
possible.
All you got to do is tell him to go fuck himself. DM him. He'll be like, I'll do it.
Yep.
We'll
Seems
fight.
like the guy. He gets gully.
Well, I'm imagining this is how they say to the neighboring gyms by Jake Paul. There's a guy getting ready for a big fight. He's 1-0, amateur. He's looking for some sparring partners. And a couple of these other amateurs are probably like, I'll do it, except the guy you're going to see does nothing but devote himself to boxing and works with high-level trainers, has a legit nutritionist,
Right.
a legit strength. And his camp must be thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh, I'm sure it's ridiculously
The price
expensive,
tag on his camp at the end of it probably was somewhere in the neighborhood of $250,000.
That's probably
between
fair.
nutrition, trainers, sparring
He's
partners.
got the cheddar. The boy's got the cheddar.
So he's spending $250,000 on his fight camp, and you're gonna go in there. It's not gonna work out for you if you're a novice amateur boxer and you're gonna go against that guy.
Well, there's two things that I want to say about it. One is it was obviously not a good showcasing of whatever skills Jake Paul has, just because he was tied up in a clinch 90% of that fight. And then was able to the shots that he did throw ended up knocking the guy down.
Yeah,
but it was like
Nate got that nice double leg.
Yeah, he's got that shooting for that double leg. He's in the wrong sport shooting for that double leg. But it wasn't a great showcasing of what I'm sure he is capable of, because he definitely seems like a guy who's dedicated himself almost entirely to it, although he still has a YouTube career and shit. But what I was a little taken aback by was that Nate said at some point, or they were talking about him, saying that he spent like 6 months, 5 days a week, sometimes twice a day training for this fight.
Yeah, it really showed.
I mean,
was he training for a wrestling?
I mean, Jesus Christ! Like
what if he took the first 4 months just like college wrestling, collegiate? It's not an MMA fight.
Like, wait, I thought it was.
Oh shit!
Somebody didn't read the contract.
I just wasted so much time.
That seems like what happened, because that to me did not look like he had an ounce of training. It didn't look like he had a fucking ounce of training.
It's like the big lights, he's under them.
That's what I think.
It's
I
in
think
a
he got
sport that he's
overwhelmed.
not comfortable with. It's like, imagine going to like Madison Square Garden and like going, hey, you're going to play 1 quarter with the Knicks. And you're like, I've played basketball before.
Yeah.
But when like there's 50,000 people watching it.
That's that pressure, man.
My first shot would be a fucking air ball. I know it.
Oh, 100%.
Even though I've thrown,
that's like
three.
I think 50 did that. 50 Cent, when they had him throw the first pitch in a fucking game, like he was so far from home plate when he threw that pitch. It's gone down in history as like something to be ridiculed.
Well, dude, it's like I've thrown baseballs out 1,000,000 times. I should be able to get this over the plate. Oh, and now I'm standing in the middle of fucking like Fenway Park,
and they're announcing me 50 50 Cent.
I know, and now it's like, here you go, baby.
Holy
Throw that
shit.
fastball.
Go
Let him
ahead.
have it.
And you're looking at home plate and you're going, fuck, that's far.
Oh, God, that looks like it's 1,000
Has it
miles
always
away.
been this far?
My depth perception is so...
Something is wrong. Can somebody bring the plate a little bit?
like
Should
a
I be
movie?
standing here?
Yeah, like a movie where it's like, ooh,
Yeah, that's
and
happened
going
though.
in and out. And
I've looked from the pitcher's mound to home base and been like, well, that is a very far gap
Yeah.
that you have to be accurate
I'm like,
in. It's
damn, I feel
fucking
like
hard.
I'm throwing this down a block.
You know what I saw though that really threw me for a loop, and I usually I enjoy Brendan Schaub. I think his fight analysis is usually spot on. Because of his wealth of knowledge and everything. But he tweeted that boxing fans are going to be real salty when they realize Jake Paul was the best thing about this Tyson versus Jones card, and I can't quite. I'd love to hear what he has to say about it because I don't understand that. Yeah, I got
Did
the
he
tweet
say
right
that
here.
after?
Well, it's 13 hours ago, and if it's 1 o'clock now, this was like really, this is nearly midnight or some shit like that,
The
right?
best part
13
about
yeah, it was
that
midnight.
fight were the first 4 fights that they had.
And also, not to take anything away from Tyson and Jones, because that was also a great fight. I think it was a really
great
good
exhibition.
Fight. Yes, it was.
It was a great exhibition.
But like to take away from Badu Jack,
saying that like Jake Paul and Nate Robinson's fight was the most embarrassing thing.
It was
I've seen
very
on the card.
embarrassing.
And this is not hating because
No.
I hate him too.
but this isn't
That
what
goes
that
without
is.
saying that I dislike both of them.
Right.
But you cannot take away from how good those boxers were boxing the first 4 fights.
Yeah.
That was worth the price of admission, those 4 guys.
If it
And
was
then
just
to get in
Vasquez
there,
and Gonzalez, it would be worth
and
it.
honestly, just to get in there and see Tyson move around again, and you haven't seen him do it in years, and see that he still got it, he's
Yeah.
still
Look at that
snappy,
little fucking
and Roy
thing he
Jones
does.
is still quick and still throws
Yeah.
the 3-hit
Those
combinations
elusive jabs,
with
too.
one. Yeah, it was like that was fun, man.
It
And
was
then-
fun.
and then sandwiched in between all this like high level and just kind of fun that was the Roy Jones and Tyson fight
Is this
was this
carnival attraction.
embarrassing
Yeah.
fucking thing, and it's like, dude, that was the worst. If they would have took that out, I would have still played gladly $50.
Okay, I want to hear it right now,
bought that
and you can tell me the
motherfucker.
truth. Tell me the truth. Me and Alex's fight
Yeah.
versus Jake and Nate's fight.
It was much better. Your fight was.
You think it was much better?
Yes.
That's not allowed.
Yes.
That's not okay. For you to be on a pay-per-view fight, for Brendan Schaub to be tweeting this nonsense.
Well, Brendan Schaub hasn't seen the fight yet on
That's
YouTube
true. He hasn't
between
seen
you
it.
guys.
He
Yeah.
will. He will.
One day.
One day. Well, he's got a lot of things on his plate, but I know he told me personally he's
Yeah.
going to get around to it. And I said, let me know what you think of the overhand right.
And then
'cause that's-
Callan was next to him. He tried grabbing your
He
dick.
did try grabbing my dick. I allowed it. He's been through a lot. It's been a rough year for Callan. I allowed him the dick grab.
Grab this dick.
Go ahead, buddy. Grab this dick.
Yeah, I don't know. You're also taking advice from Schaub, who's been hit in the head 50,000 times.
Do you think that's one of those things where like
Or you
he's
give
just
him a
trying
pass?
to stir well,
Yeah.
not necessarily a pass, but like he's just trying to stir, because I think what he's gonna say is,
Well, he's got to stay relevant. I mean, his show is not doing the
It's
greatest,
not doing so good.
right?
It's not
I
doing
mean,
so good.
since Callan left, I mean, it's kind of fell on the back burner.
Yeah.
And like you have other shows like Bad Friends come up and
Yeah.
stuff. And that's kind of
See, but it
making
still
a
doesn't-
buzz. And then like Bert and Bill is doing good. And
Yeah.
then Two Bears, One Cave. So it's like now where does T-Fat K fall in with those titans that are starting to come up?
Yeah.
And if you're Schaub, you're like, man, I got to kind of try to stay relevant with this podcast and stuff.
I think he
So
does
I
though.
gotta-
With Food Truck Diaries, he does Below the Belt.
Yeah,
he does the
Food
Fighter and the
Truck
Kid. I
Diaries
think
is
he's
great.
just fine. So, which kind of makes me feel like he's not just saying shit to stir the pot. I think he's got some reason. I think it would probably sound something like, it's amazing that these two dudes could step into that arena on this big event. And trade blows with each other, and also the fact that like obviously Jake Paul can fight. Nobody's saying that he can't fight. He's probably way better than you even might think, just because it wasn't a great display of his talents.
It's like your hatred of him is one thing,
Yeah.
but you can't deny that he's got ability. He does. It's just that he started his boxing career very late in his life.
Mm-hmm.
At 23 years old, he should be in this point of his life making a run at the WBO Super Cruiserweight title.
Yeah.
If he was as good as he's saying he is, which he's not.
Well, I don't
'Cause
know.
if you put him in
be.
there, put him in there against Body Jack.
Oh,
or put him,
no.
Or put him in there against that guy, McCurran.
Oh, the guy who just doesn't go down?
The guy who fought Badu Jack.
Yeah.
Put him in there against one of those guys.
Yeah, the guy with the PTSD shit.
And you're going to see what happens when an amateur fights a professional boxer.
Yeah.
Because there are just levels to this. And he's got 2
Well, that's
fights.
what they kept saying.
He's only been training for 3 years. Is he good for how long he's been training? Sure.
Yeah.
I've seen improvements with guys in the gym. My buddy Tristan, inside 4 years, I've seen him go from a fairly novice guy, like a very novice guy, to like just a real fucking war child.
Yeah.
He could bring it on a really quality martial artist. He's a problem still.
Right.
He's turned into that in 4 years. And that's him devoting himself heavily to MMA and like fighting.
Yeah.
Where you're like, if like, let's say for instance us, if this show was as big as Jake Paul and Logan's Paul YouTube, and after this all we did was hang around in LA, and then you spent the next half of the day boxing for 6 hours.
Sure.
Imagine how good you would get in 2 years.
Right. That's what I do want to say is like people that are either shocked with Jake Paul. You know,
can hate him, but you can't deny him.
Well, there's the aspect where you're shocked about it, or the aspect where you didn't think like, oh, he's just a pussy YouTuber, it's never going to happen. Like, if you put the time in, it will simply happen. If you dedicate yourself to it, if you put hours in the gym, it will happen. It's just a matter of dedicating yourself to it. Anybody,
absolutely.
I think absolutely anybody can do it, as long as you're willing to go through the scary thing of showing the fuck up in the first place, getting punched in the face.
Taking your licks.
Yeah, taking your licks. You're going to take a
sure.
bunch of L's in the beginning, and then eventually it's an interesting thing because you'll see yourself progress.
I still get my ass whooped.
Yeah.
You know, it's ass whoopings never go away.
Right.
You
It's
know,
not going to happen.
It happens.
There's always a bigger fish out there.
Yeah,
you know, George St. Pierre is going to cartwheel into the gym one day and kick the shit out of you.
I was working with one of our guys, Marcus. He's got a fight in January. He's a 275-pound heavyweight.
Jesus Christ.
JUCO wrestler, high school wrestler, legit grappler. But his hands, they're getting there.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what he's working on.
But that's a different...
So I was working with him doing, I was giving him MMA rounds. And yeah, with hands, I was giving him the business. But once he got a hold of me, you know, me and him, he was taking me down almost at will.
Jesus
He'd put me
Christ.
up against the cage and then put me down. I didn't get up one time. Like, once he put me down, that's where the fight was. But the thing is, like, I'm doing all this crazy shit, like double, like, palm smacking his ears. And then I'm framing him with, like, my forearm in his throat and pulling him. I'm doing all this dirty old man shit, you know?
Do what you got to do, though.
Smacking his ears and shit. He's like, what the fuck?
You got to get that man off you.
Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, so, but we got a new nickname for him now.
What is it?
You met Marcus, right?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Now,
Guy leaves an impression on you. Big fucking dude.
now his new name is Marcus Sad Bear Jones.
Sad Bear Jones?
He's Sad
Why
Bear.
Sad Bear?
Because
Very
every
much like a
time
bear.
when we're training, you ask him to do something, he's like, he looks like a big sad
Why
bear.
are you guys using him to like
No, because
display
he's got
things on?
No, he's got to do like strength and conditioning work, and
Yeah,
his body
yeah.
is not meant to do 150 reps in a row. His body is meant to lift houses. You know,
I've not
So when
seen
you-
many backs like Marcus's back, bro.
So when you ask him to do something like, "Yo, Marcus, I need 50 reps right now, and I need some sprints," he goes like. He looks like a sad bear
That's
from
where,
behind.
I share a little bit of kinship with Marcus in that, except mine goes further. I'll
mean
be
Sad
sad,
Bear?
and then I
mean
won't do
Sad
it.
Bear?
Oh, and then I won't do it. There's just a certain amount of
No, he'll do it, but
that's where me and him differ.
he walks away like a big sad bear.
Marcus
Marcus Sad Bear Jones.
My man's got a fucking back on him. Just a giant happy murderer. Just a murderer.
Yeah, so I mean, with that fight that they put on though, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first 4 fights.
Yeah, they were great.
That you saw Nate Robinson die in the ring.
You
that
saw
was
him die. You saw him lay
I
down
saw-
flat on his face.
So far this last week, I've seen 2 people get fucking murdered in a ring.
It'll happen.
And then I saw a real good fight with a real good exhibition, high sparring round with
Right.
Roy
Well,
Jones
before-
Jr. and Mike Tyson. It was just cool to see Mike Tyson again.
Yeah,
come out with the
he's-
low top black shoes
And he
the
still
high
moves.
black
He's
shorts.
got that
still crispy
explosivity. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before we get really into that, though, I do want to say, as far as the production of it, Jesus Christ, I wanted to kill myself. I like Wiz Khalifa, right? I don't really like French
So
Montana
we get high.
that much, right? Yeah.
Dude, there was so much.
It
Dude,
was so weird
it was
watching
a
him
night
perform
of-
to nobody.
It was a night of death and weed smoke.
Yeah,
it was a night of death and drugs.
Just weed clouds and blood puddles.
Dude,
it was fucking bizarre, though.
Probably it's like Nate Robinson. He's probably catching a contact in the back and starting to freak out.
That's
like,
what was going on.
I don't
That
wanna fucking
anxiety
go
was
out
kicking
there.
in. The
Yeah.
THC levels were too high.
Yeah, he's
it
like,
just felt
fuck
weird to
this.
me.
I just want to hang out and have a fast break.
Doesn't it seem weird to listen to like happy-go-lucky rap songs? So what, we get high, and then
see-
two men beat the
and
shit out of each
dead.
other?
Yeah.
Isn't that strange?
It's creepy.
It
yeah.
feels not.
Yeah, I don't
right.
want to. Yeah, and then like Snoop Dogg, like with that like long neck thing that
Got
he
a
does.
long neck on him,
First of all, Snoop Dogg, if you're listening to this,
which we know you are.
fucking fight me. I want to. If you want to do it, however you want to do it, somebody's got to beat the shit out of your skinny ass because. Listening to him talk about high level fucking.
I wish they
that
would've-
looks like my two unks in the backyard. Unks in the backyard. You live in probably Calabasas or Beverly Hills.
Yeah, you live in a mansion.
You're a
You live in a couple of
multi-millionaire.
mansions.
Yeah. What the fuck do you know about two uncles? It's
been a long time,
drunk in the
Snoop.
backyard.
You've been rich longer than you've been broke.
Yo, you've been rich longer than you've been broke.
That's
You don't know
for
what
sure.
E&J even tastes like
Not
anymore.
anymore. No, E&J hasn't touched Snoop's lips in fucking since '96 or
No,
some
that
shit.
motherfucker's drinking Cavassier, smoking top shelf weed. You don't know what it's like
100%.
to drink E&J and smoke weed with seeds in it.
What I do want to say about Snoop was like his performance. I thought was the best. As far as like musical performance,
was actually
it was the best. It was better
Look,
than everybody else. He's
I
so
hate-
comfortable. He
I
does such a
hate
good
these
thing.
guys. Don't get me wrong. I hate these people. But I can respect that was pretty good. That was pretty fun watching Snoop
you
do
do
his
those
thing
Snoop classics?
with the big long arms where
Yep.
he does those things
Yep.
and he's kind of just like he looks like a fucking like
He looks like a Star
skeleton.
Wars character.
Yeah, he's got long fucking braids. Yeah, he's a creepy. He's hypnotic to watch.
He is hypnotic to watch. But
It's almost like, is it sexy?
could be. Am I
Could be
aroused?
sexy. Do I want to fuck him?
Do I want to touch Snoop D-O double G?
Do I want to let him fuck me?
I don't know what's going. But he did the best out of everybody else. Everybody else kind of. Wiz Khalifa was. I didn't want those performances at all. I didn't want them an ounce. I
Yeah.
got mad when Wiz kept rolling into the next
Yeah,
song.
I would have rather seen like video footage of maybe them putting like an embedded thing together on all these fighters,
Which was
and then
cool. Every
between
time
the
they did
rounds,
that, it was good.
showed something like that. That would have been
I
cool.
would have liked to have seen more highlights from their heydays.
And I also, like I said, I hate everybody here, but Neo did a pretty good job with the
Neo
thing.
did do that, which I also felt was
I was
weird,
just
though,
like,
right?
what?
It's like these dudes.
Why do they got Neo?
Yeah, my wife was like, why didn't they make him sing before they brought them out into the ring? Because imagine like you're in the ring, you're trying to get hyped up. Yeah, and then all of a sudden Neo is flexing the pipes, and you're literally, it's Neo's beautiful voice, and then instantly afterwards, assault.
Yeah,
Physical harm to another human being.
it's like comforting R&B and then death match.
I don't know whether I want to hug him and kiss him, do a slow dance with him, or hurt him real bad. It was really strange.
It was fucking weird, man. But
And then, of course, Snoop's fucking commentary made me. Well, I was like, "Get him the fuck off the microphone. Stick to Izzy."
I lowered the fucking thing. Yeah, I was listening to Sugar Ray Leonard and Izzy talk, and they actually had good input.
Yes.
And then you're hearing Snoop, who's obviously been drinking and smoking weed because you saw him burn
and
it
he's saying
down, right?
he needs to be more defensive. He's got a good offense. I think he was talking about possibly the Jake Paul fight.
Yeah,
and he's
because
saying-
Nate was his boy, and he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he was
probably.
like, Nate is very offensive. He needs to work on the defense.
Come
I'm
on,
like,
Nate.
he's not
But like, who are you to say anything?
shooting for
about,
the Goldberg spear is not good.
If it was like, yo, I'm writing these like a 16 bar, I could use some help. Maybe I should ask Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, there
but
you
it's
go.
like, I'm learning how to fight. The last guy I'm gonna take any advice from would be Snoop
Well,
Dogg.
it's weird because Snoop somehow has found himself as a peripheral voice in the fight community ever since he started hitting mitts. It's very strange. I've noticed that on
I
several
hate how
occasions.
people think who like, yo, not for nothing. You want to know something? You know who fucks up Jake Paul, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, and Nate Robinson? Mario motherfucking Lopez.
Mario Lopez
Lopez
when he's
would
not
beat
draining
7
children of their blood.
shades of shit out of Jake Paul.
How is he so goddamn handsome?
And you could take that to the bank. We were talking about that. We're like, is it just like a proper amount of Botox? Like,
What? Yeah.
how does he do it?
He is riding the edge where it's like my wife was like, he's had work done, and I'm like, he's had goddamn good work
Just
done because he looks
perfect.
fucking phenomenal, bro.
You're like a Kardashian if it was a dude.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
You know,
he is.
He just got the perfect amount of fucking
He's the
surgery.
male Kim Kardashian. He's got that donk out the back. He's got great genetics to start
Great
with.
pecs, great abs,
Yo, he's
nice
fucking
arms.
just yoked. It's just unfair. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
I was also tall. Like I can't be charismatic. I can't be charming. I can't be handsome. I can't be stylish and funny, but also tall.
What would happen if like he met up with Cindy and like they were at the Walmart and he was making her laugh and you saw this from like aisle 13 and you were like at aisle 5? Would you come storming up?
I think,
and then kind of mark your territory, be like, hey, grab her by the waist and pull her in.
well,
real
I
hard?
do things like I have to go towards what I'm afraid of, and I also can't
Sure.
ignore elephants in the room, and I'm
Sure.
also not completely delusional. So I would storm up real quick, and I'd go to her and I'd be like, "You want a piece? Let me know what's going on here. I understand."
What if he was like, hey, Dave, psst, I got a dick on me too.
I'd go to her. I'd go, "It's your call, babe.
He's like,
It's Mario Lopez."
You're like, look, babe, I'll let you do it because just in case, like, I see Scarlett Johansson and she gives me the green light, then it would be fair.
Well, I would want to go. You can have my wife under one circumstance. Can you pay for the thing that your doctor does to you to have him do
Let
it
me
to me?
get some of that on my leathery
Please,
skin.
because your boy's getting wrinkly as fuck. All right,
Yeah,
I'm only
them
30
rinks,
years
baby.
old, and my face is just falling the
It
fuck
looks
apart.
like a fucking leather.
Mario
like,
Lopez looks younger than me.
Oh.
What the fuck
Oh,
is
yeah,
that about?
definitely.
And what is he? 72?
He's like 64.
He's
Yeah, something
older.
like
He's
that.
very
well,
old.
Well, we're doing the math on how old Snoop Dogg is. Snoop Dogg's like 50. Yeah, he's 49, 50 years old.
Yeah, and it kind of feels weird for me to watch like
he's
a
talking-
50-year-old dude
Yeah, he's
behave the way he does.
That's what I'm saying. You're
Yeah.
gonna look like this in a fucking tracksuit.
This is an
at
outfit
50.
Snoop Dogg would wear. You can easily see
Yeah,
Snoop
but
Dogg.
in like black and purple.
yeah, and
or
also
some
like
Crip colors,
rhinestones
he's still
and
repping
shit.
that Crip thing real fucking
Yeah,
hard.
and it felt weird.
Yeah, when he's like, go Crip down the bang and that pains, man. And then like French Montana when he said like the N-bomb, I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
this is
he's
that
awfully
kind of
light
show.
skinned to be dropping an N-bomb.
Yeah, I felt weird about that too because
Yeah,
I remember
so-
seeing him and being like, he's
No, I looked it up where he's from.
racially
He's from,
ambiguous.
No, he's from like where did I say? Not
Morocco.
Yeah, I said Morocco.
Some place,
but he's
that's-
not from Morocco.
Yeah, he's not Moroccan.
He's from the African continent.
But I don't know
originally.
if being Moroccan allows you to throw the N-bomb. I don't know the rules.
I mean,
I don't know
you
the
can't
rules
be
anymore.
South African and throw an N-bomb.
Can you not? I
Yeah.
feel like you can, as long as you're from, as long as Africa is part of the place
can't.
where you're from. No, Well,
No, you can't. No, you can't do that.
I don't know the rules anymore. The rules have gotten really weird over the years.
Well,
Before it
here
was
are
just
the
like all I
rules.
needed was my black friend to tell me that it was okay.
Yeah, you
that
can't-
was the rules.
can't do that.
Well, not anymore.
Nope.
Those were the golden days.
The only person who gets a pass on that is Mike Perry.
Mike Perry, yeah, because face tat. I don't know.
Face
Because
tat.
Post Malone doesn't get that pass.
Floridian
Yeah,
I
I think
think
being
Post
from
Malone
Florida
could.
makes you black. I think.
ish.
Yeah, something like
Makes
that.
it black enough to say the N-word.
Yeah, and then as long as you're also fighting people,
If you're from Dade County and
Yeah.
you're white, you could say the N-word.
I think so. But you have to have an accommodate. You have to be able to fuck people up. You have to have face tattoos, and also just
There's a lot of addendums to being able
There
to
is.
say it.
The rules
and
have
honestly,
changed is the
the
bottom
juice
line.
isn't worth the squeeze.
No,
on
it's
it.
not. Trying to figure it out. I mean, you could write a book on
I
it,
think
and
the
I would read the
N-bomb,
book.
just saying that's actually funnier. you know?
N-bomb, yeah, N-bomb is a funny terminology.
But I mean, it's still you're referring to the word.
Yes,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Well, all in all, though, after finally getting to see after Neo's performance, after Snoop Dogg's performance, after Wiz Khalifa's, after fucking French Montana,
Those N-bombs really
and
put on a
Sway
good
Lee.
show.
Jesus, they did. Those N-bombs sure know how to perform. It was a goddamn good show, bro. It was. But I think, and this is going to be a little bit controversial, I think Tyson,
Carried him.
yeah.
Yeah,
and I
he
think
did.
he carried
It's
it to
not
a draw.
controversial. It's not controversial. I think everybody kind of saw that. Anybody who fights or has anything like some sort of background saw that there was he doesn't want to hurt him. He's his friend.
No.
That's
And
like
it's a
me
different-
and you.
that's a new
Me and you
Tyson.
were putting on a fight.
No, that wouldn't stop you.
I'd murder you.
You'd fuck me up, and you'd have no remorse
And
whatsoever.
then after that, I would have introduced Cindy to Mario Lopez
And then-
backstage.
And then when the referee said
Where's-
draw,
where's
you'd
my
have fucked the
wife?
referee up too. When
Where's
they
my
announced the
wife?
draw.
Oh, I wouldn't have been okay with
in
that
the sweet,
draw.
sweet embrace of Mario Lopez.
He's in his hands. Yo, speaking of laying pipe down and stuff like that, there's
No, don't say Mario Lopez stole my wife. Speaking of laying
Like-
pipe down, Jesus Christ, bro.
You know what I recently found out?
What's that?
Dude, a lot of women that I've had relations
Yeah.
with in the past are ending up dead.
Oh,
2 so far.
that's an interesting.
How crazy is that?
That's weird.
2 are dead.
That is weird.
I'm killing people
How
with
do
my
you feel?
dick.
How do you? You're taking him to death. There's just a long.
I got, you know how like the Dimcock is the death touch?
Yeah. And
I
it'll
got the
come
Dimcock.
eventually. Dimcock.
I got the Dimcock.
Got that Dimcock, baby.
I got the death dick.
Lay that dick on her and go 7
Bro,
years.
I was like, oh my God, because I was flipping through Instagram the other day. I saw that somebody was like, I don't want to say anybody's name.
Sure. Hey, bro, you can't laugh about it either, bro.
Sorry.
Compose yourself.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
But they were like, oh, she was a great woman, a mother of 3. I was like, oh my God.
Are any of
Killed
these children? Oh, you say, are any
No,
of these children
none
my
of those children
illegitimate kids?
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe.
You know what's an interesting thing for me is
I got a baby by a lady I don't even love a lot.
well, yours died. A couple of mine turned lesbian.
Oh, everyone that Josh has slept with is married. So he's kind of
That's-
like Good Luck Chuck.
Yeah, that's good.
And then worst case scenario,
that.
you
Good Luck
could
Chuck, I
sleep with
remember
this
that.
brother and then
you'll die. Yeah, that's
How fucking crazy is that?
yeah. It seems like he's got the better side of the coin there.
Oh yeah, you much
Live
rather
happily, die.
Yeah, 2 are fucking dead.
just have it. Just die.
I'm just killing
Mine
them.
are. I got a couple of chicks
Lay that death dick down.
that went lesbian. At least 2, but I think there might be more. I think there might be 3. Oh yeah, 3. Definitely 3. Not
3.
the girls that I've dated, but girls that I've hooked up with.
Okay.
That have ended up being lesbian. And I don't know if it was their
Sure.
experiences with me.
Yeah.
Or if they were just we were young and they were trying
You
to figure
look
it
like
out.
what
A lesbian.
A lesbian, like
If a
they
lesbian
had to-
thinks of a dude,
Yeah.
I'm the caricature of that dude. Yeah,
exactly.
I show up in my fucking
somebody's
European
gonna,
jumpsuit.
If somebody's gonna transition,
Yeah.
and it's a lesbian, and they're like,
They're
I
not-
want to
I
look
might
like a
like
dude.
men. Yeah. Oh,
They're like, I want to look like this.
Well, that's
this is exactly. It's masculine, but not too masculine.
Yeah.
Short, tough, leathery.
I
I like this model of dude.
I like the idea that you kill them. Josh can turn them into a lovely married woman,
Yep.
and that I can make
Turn
you
them
find out whether,
lesbians.
like, I like that you have sex with me, and you can either go like that was I like men, or you go not for me.
Never will
Not
I
for
have
me.
a dick inside of me ever again.
I like
and if
that.
I do, it'll be Josh's, so I could get married to my wife.
Right, exactly. I think if anything, we've got a promising business venture ahead of us,
Dude, I was
where
just
it's like
it was just something like I just
turn
wanna-
him, marry him, or kill him.
That's
That's the new
marry,
fucking turn him-
marry, kill, fuck,
Or
marry,
turn
kill.
him.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Turn
So
him,
we're
marry him, or
playing.
kill him.
We're playing that game in real life. Fuck
Oh,
it. People
dude.
are dying. Yeah. So that was just like a funny thing. I just wanted.
That is-
Once again, I'm sorry for her and her family, but
Right.
I think I killed her.
Might have been your fault. I mean, one is uncanny.
Yo,
2
it's like
is
La Bamba. It's not my first or my last.
well. There's
I'm gonna
once
kill
you get into
multiple.
3, because 1 is a coincidence, 2 is uncanny, 3 is
If one more dies.
if one more dies.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. What do
well,
you do? You go,
I've
"Oh my
always
God."
known that like once is
Do you
love,
write a
twice is
letter of
skill.
apology? Right.
I mean, no. I mean, it's gonna be like if I had AIDS, I gotta contact all these women and be
Right.
like, "Hey, not for nothing, ladies,
You
watch
got-
out for falling pianos."
You
You
feel
know
that burning sensation? That's
Yeah.
that's my fault.
Yeah. It's not. I'm not killing them with the STD. I'm killing them with like life.
No, that's
life
what it is. What is
killing
it called?
me.
The dim sum? No, that's a
instead of the Dimmock, which is
Dimmock.
the death touch.
yeah. It's the Dimcock.
Dimcock. It's the
Hit
death
him with
dick.
the old Dimcock.
The old Dimcock will get him.
Have you seen what's going on with Chappelle's show? How Chappelle is out here talking about boycotting his show because they never fucking
Yeah.
paid him.
I don't care. You
No.
got enough money, Dave.
I feel
Enjoy Ohio in your fucking friendship with Joe, who got $100 million.
look, man.
Make me laugh.
We are you and I are the artists.
Entertain me.
we should be paid, I think, for whatever it is that we crank
We
out.
do. We get $13 a month from
Thank you guys very
from
much for that
Patreon.
But imagine,
Shout out to our Patreon subscribers.
imagine what it would be like if somehow Dave and Jay just takes off and
Sure.
people fucking love it and it becomes kind of a cult classic of sorts.
Yeah.
And we find out that, like, let's just say, not that this would happen, but like Anchor, for argument's sake, is just scooping up.
Well, not for nothing. If we get any more popular on YouTube, we might have a knockdown, drag out fight with Mongo Jerry, or at least
Yeah.
the caretakers of his estate.
He's dead. Oh no, he's not dead. We discovered that on the fucking first episode.
I don't think
Jerry's
Mongo
still out
Jerry is
there.
gonna like that.
No, he's still out there kicking, still searching in the summertime. But I do think that we have to change something because we have not been able to
Monetize that shit.
monetize a single fucking episode.
Mongo Jerry.
And
Let's
we're
do
just
it. Me
digging
and you,
our
we'll
feet in.
fight. Let's do
You know
this.
what we got to do? Shout out to our boy Grass Kingdoms, who's a new. We posted his song "Drown in Your Titties" very recently. We need to start to outsource to people like that.
Yo, but the
because
thing is,
Mongo is too.
Yo, but when
it's got
people,
too much power, too
the
much
thing
pull.
is, when people listen to Mongo Jerry, they think David J versus the world.
That's true.
And you should be
Now
like,
it's synonymous.
hey, Jerry, you're welcome.
You're
fucking welcome,
We
Jer.
resurrected your musical career. Right now, there are
Because you got a couple of young tight boys here.
That's right. A couple of YT gang boys
Doing the
are
thing
playing
for
your
you.
playing your vibes.
Jer,
and
if you
resurrecting you.
If you want to be a member of the YT gang, all you got to do is ask.
I just kind of feel
all
like
you got to do is ask, buddy.
Mongo Jerry's a little old and loose to be part of the young tight
Mongo
gang.
Jerry will tell us to go fuck ourselves and call us the N-word and then have a glass of whiskey.
Can I do this right now? Can I look up Mongo Jerry's net worth? Because I would love to know. Mongo Jerry.
I mean, me and you do pretty well. A combined income, we might be doing better than Mongo Jerry.
You think so? The pair of us?
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Well, I don't think I'm doing that good. But right.
Oh, dude, me and you together, we're better than him.
Mongo Jerry is a YouTube channel that has a net worth of $148,000. So I wonder if Mongo Jerry even runs his own YouTube channel, or if another young tight up and comer is raking in.
Are
that.
they making that every year? Or is that a month?
I don't know. It just says net worth as of November 2020.
Well, let's put it like this: me and you combined are definitely more than he's worth.
Let's see.
If me and you were married, our net income would be better than his.
We should get married. He still
We'd have a
tours. Oh, he still
dope
tours and everything.
apartment.
Damn.
Yo, we got to go to a show and see.
Yo,
Maybe we can befriend him, and then maybe
be
he'll
friends
just
with Mongo Jerry, and
maybe
he'll give us
just-
the rights to the song.
That's what I'm saying.
What if he does it like his own live rendition?
I really don't think he's gonna like us.
You don't think that
I'm
we're
a
his
pe-
cup of tea?
I'm a people person, and
Yeah.
I could sell. You know,
Yeah.
my business is selling. You know,
Right.
Snapping necks, cash and checks.
Right.
But Mongo Jerry for me seems like a hard sell on the
Yeah.
fact that we want to use your music for this podcast that you may find a bit much.
A bit abrasive. Yeah,
It's
we
a
talk
bit
about
much.
coming on my childhood cat.
Dimcock.
We call Dimcock, killing bitches with the dick.
The death dick.
And also we call our fans young and tight. Young and tight, the YT gang out there. And that's,
Chris D'Elia is gonna want to join that ASAP.
well, I gotta pump the brakes on Chris
Are
D'Elia.
you guys young and tight?
Gotta look Chris D'Elia right in the eyes and say, Chris, it's not a vaginal disposition, but
It's
a state of mind.
Cheers to
okay?
that.
It's not about what orifices are young and or tight. It's about what you feel inside.
Yo, speaking of people contacting people, I don't know if you saw on the Dave and Jay Instagram.
Yeah.
That guy that hit us back when he was like, "Would you like to buy my ebook?" And we follow him, and I was like, "No,
Dude.
But I didn't realize that you could see the people that say no. And he DM'd us, and he was like, "Hey man, just wondering why you wouldn't want to buy my ebook." I was like, I don't know what to do.
Dude, I had that same thing with Alex. Okay, on Facebook, I saw one of my recommended friends was Alex the Bear, Alex who I just fought. And this was shortly after the fight, a couple of days later. And I was just like, hey, I'm going to request him on Facebook. And I hit it, and then I went, you know what? Maybe that's a little too personal. Maybe Facebook is a little weird and like your family's on there and stuff. Maybe that's not a good
he
move.
followed you,
so,
unfollowed.
So I unfollowed him. And then what happens is Facebook's like, nah, you're not getting off the hook that easy. Facebook sends them a notification that says, David Lee Corbo canceled his friend request. Bro, why can't you just make that not a notification at all, my
why
guy?
you
What
gotta-
the fuck is that?
Why do you gotta say shit like that?
No, so what Alex does is all of a sudden I get a notification. The reason I know that it says he canceled is because Alex sends me a friend request, and then because he's got a sense of humor,
Better cancel it.
canceled it. And I realized, I'm like, oh my fucking God. It tells you that such and such canceled. Nothing is so bad when somebody goes, you know what, I want to be your friend.
Nah, I don't want to be your friend.
No, I don't want to be your friend. Fuck you, Facebook. It'll tell you, it'll keep everything private for you if you want.
That's what happened with that dude, and then I had to DM him. No,
Yeah,
bro.
what did you
I
say?
accidentally, because I said, I held the page to look up real quick, and when I held it, I must have pressed the no button.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay. I was like,
you fucking liar.
oh boy. I was like, now I'm embarrassed. But we get hit up by weird fucking things like that all the time.
Yeah.
We got all these young Indian guys hitting us up, trying to optimize our YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
Saying that, like, basically we don't know what we're doing.
Which
Guess
is
what?
fair.
It's a fair fucking assessment.
It's a fair assessment. These young Indian entrepreneurs.
Yo, these young Indian entrepreneurs.
They're out here. They know what Americans want. Americans want internet clout, and they're going to chaperone us into
Not for nothing. I like the idea of having money from Dave and Jay, but the amount of people that would hate me from this, I don't know if I could deal with all that hate.
Yeah.
Like Jake Paul, it's like you got to walk down the street and everybody's like, yeah, you piece of shit.
I don't
know if I'm good with being hated like that.
It depends on how much money
I don't
you
like
got.
being hated.
Yeah, we are both, you and I, narcissists who desperately want
Seek
the approval of strangers.
Yes,
of
that's
strangers,
exactly
people we will never know
or I wouldn't be
ever meet.
doing this.
Yeah, it's a strange game. Like when you said, hey, you know what? I think Alex would be cool if you tagged World Star in that fight video. I think I went to, and then I fucked up the first post, and I had to really delete it real quick. And my second go of it, I said, no, I'm not going to do that because, if you tell Alex, like, oh, you got fucked up. Well, yeah, he got fucked up. What you can do to me is you can go, look at this fucking out of shape mook's lack of technique,
side titty,
this
and then
fucking diving with his hands down, no
you're
guard.
gonna have 10,000 people say
telling
that
me,
to you.
yeah, that's it. So I was like, I don't know that I need that. It goes back to
honestly, I'm scared of something going viral. Like when I saw the hits going up on the fight, I was like, oh, 100, 150, 200. I was like, oh shit, if this thing goes viral, I don't know how I'm gonna handle that.
Yeah, it is a scary thing. And I go back to when I was doing
out because I'm not good. I'm gonna like lay in bed and think like,
yes,
how many people hate me today?
Yeah, and you're gonna think about every comment. Well, that's
the thing. I didn't even know you could read YouTube comments. I don't even know where it's at, honestly.
That's fine. It's better off to keep it that way.
Yeah, see,
because that's that Rogan approach is just don't read the comments. Because I did that with the whole John Wayne Parr thing. For those of you who don't know, the quick end of that is a long time ago when I did Where I Belong podcast, I reached out to John Wayne Parr to ask him to be a guest, but I tried to make him laugh by playing this character who basically was like braggadocious and said like, if you aligned yourself with me, it could be good for your career.
But if he's not in on the joke, Dave, it comes off weird.
Well,
when you told me that, I was like, this is going to end bad.
The thing is,
when I saw it, I was like, oh, shit.
A lot of people did understand that it was a joke, and the people who did thought it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, you're right. If you don't know me, which John Wayne Parr doesn't know me at all, and I just slide into your DM saying all this braggadocious shit, it'll come off fucking weird. And it came off like I was serious, and he decided to post the messages to his page, and then I don't know, it was like 10,000
the things they wanted to do to your son's holes
Dude,
and your wife's holes.
Fucking molesting my kid and killing my wife. I mean, it was fucking bananas,
Hey,
bro.
John, real class thing.
Yeah, let me tell you, you're cultivating a hell of a fan base there.
What
the
I'm going to do
gang,
is I'm going to make
would
love to
never
your
do
daughter,
that.
and then she's going to die 6 years from now.
Yeah, how about that, John
Take
Wayne
that,
Parr?
John.
YT Gang would never be. YT Gang is wholesome and full of respect and admiration and would never.
They're not going to say they're going to fuck your 3-year-old son.
God damn it, man. But that was... I would read the comments and I would have a laugh at people who stung me real good. And I thought that I was taking it well, but I started to notice that, like, even though I could rationalize the comments and rationalize the interactions, I felt very bad. And my feelings were something that I couldn't have. I felt myself, like, being sad.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing. I don't even know if it's much the comments or if it's 1,000 people or 10,000 people, whatever. Just thinking about how much you suck, that just shows up somehow. Like, you can't see this amorphous cloud that's hanging above your head, but it's filled with stranger hate.
It freaks me out, like, just if they could take a snippet of something that we do and then kind of put us into that category.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking earlier how the one guy that we follow, he has, like, he does, like, a lot of interviews with, like, AMA stars, like, porn stars and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I could. First of all, I don't think my wife would allow me to do something like that. She'd be like, okay, this was all fun, but you got to fucking end this.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to be put into a box like that.
Yeah.
Because I would wake up and be like, I got to cancel this. I got to stop doing this. I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved with
I think
that.
it would definitely take a toll on you, but I think the key, if there is a way to survive that, it's like when you create content, be fucking honest. Be yourself, be truthful, be honest, be somebody who you truly are. And that way, when somebody starts to crack down on you for the things that you've said or the way that you behave, it's you. And at the end of the day, even though it hurts, you don't have to apologize for being who you really are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, that's when you take that risk. If somebody does something wrong to you and you tell them the fucking truth about it, one of the aspects of that is you're saying something that like, yeah, I have no regrets about that. I'm telling you the fucking truth. And if you hate me for telling you the truth, then that's what it is. So I think the worst thing you can do is go into something like this and be somebody who you think people will like. And then when they start to crucify you for being that person, the worst part is that's not even really who you are.
Honestly,
and that fucks with you, I'd imagine.
Honestly, after like watching this, you have this view of yourself where you're like, I'm funny. And then you might do this and go, oh, I'm not funny.
Yeah.
You might think you're funny.
Yeah.
And then you have to be introspective enough to go, I'm good at this, but I'm definitely not good at this. Maybe I shouldn't do this because I don't have the ability. I'm not the Denzel in my movie.
Yeah, like we were saying last episode. Yeah.
It's like Chris
What
D'Elia
is
said,
that?
you think you're Denzel in your movie? You're
Why
not
does it hurt so
Denzel.
bad to think you're funny and then to find out that you're not? Like, why does that hurt
I don't
more
know.
than a lot of things?
I would rather be, if they were like, we could take away like you're gonna be uglier. Okay,
Sure.
you're gonna be uglier, but you're still gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Or we can make you better looking,
But we're gonna
something
take away your
closer
funny.
to Ryan Gosling or Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be funny anymore.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? Give me my sense of humor. I don't mind being
downgrade
a
me a little
uglier.
bit. Yeah, downgrade me. I mean,
if I have to look like Dave, I'm okay with that.
hey,
But
wait a
I
second,
get
dude.
my
No,
humor.
I'm not your point of comparison. They
You're
wouldn't
my
downgrade
point of
you.
reference.
I'm not a
Yeah.
downgraded
They
version
were
of
like,
you.
you're gonna look like that.
That is fucked up, man.
Or you could look like Tom Hardy and not be funny.
You know
I'd
what?
be like,
I have to counter this
I'll look like-
negativity you've thrown my way to
you
show
know
the
how
people.
Dave always says that sweet and sour, like
Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think you can. That's actually a framed photo of the moment that Jay was taking care of me, wrapping my wrist, the calm before the storm, moments before pummeling the living shit out of
I'm
Alex.
sour and then I'm sweet.
And isn't that beautiful? I
There's
love
a
that you
little
went out of your way to
insignia.
do
There's a little
that.
inscription in the back.
Yeah, I love that. Brawl in the Fall, 11/21/20. Merry Christmas from your boy Jay. DJ VW episode 22. I fucking love it, man. That's great. I'm gonna put this at home, up in my room on the wall.
Yeah.
But I had to, because you were cutting me too deep,
Merry
saying that I
Christmas,
was a
babe.
downgraded version of
Merry
you.
Christmas, Dave.
And I had to equalize that a little bit. Merry Christmas to you, bro.
I think that's a good place to leave, actually.
I do think so too. I'm getting nauseous. I fasted all day, haven't eaten anything.
Oh my God, I gotta wrap this mouth around a
Yeah.
piece of meat. I'm
I
starving.
definitely do.
All right, guys, this was episode 23 of DJ VW. As always, I'm Jay. He's Dave.
It's true.
And we're out.
Bye bye. I love you.
Dave and Jay versus the world.